trying to move on from those type of kind of smaller mindsets about our culture and just celebrating the bigger parts and make it more about celebration and less about judgment.
What tradition in your life means most to you and why?
So originally I'm from Morocco. In the area that we live, kind of a bit more of a rundown area with a bunch of kids who like playing football, but all the footballs are always like torn apart and kind of shitty. Starting a couple years ago, we made this thing where whenever we go to Morocco, we always go over to this one shop that we know and buy 50, 60 footballs, brand new ones, and take them out to all of the kids around the area. And we try to do it like once every 3-4 months. So it's really cool. All the kids like play, they love it. And I think it's nice to give back to the community that gives back so much. So
without fail, me and my friends, in the summer, we all have to go Primrose Hill. Like, even if we haven't seen each other in months, we always got to see each other without fail every summer.
How do traditions shape your identity or community?
In like a Jamaican tradition, I don't know if it's other Caribbeans, but like if someone dies, you kind of like go over to the house and you go there every day for 9 nights, like the 9 nights after they died, and you like sit down, you tell stories about them. It's really, really bad, but like a lot of family only comes together for like weddings and funerals. It kind of makes me want to see my family way often, because that makes me realize as I get older, or even if like I have children, take a time, sit down with your family, you just like bond and you don't ever break that bond. Like you never go too long without seeing family.
It connects you with them, right?
Yeah, very much. Makes you all deeply connected, I would say.
I grew up in, like I said, a Moroccan household, but obviously it's a mix between Moroccan but being born and raised here in London. There's so much parts of our like community that we bring here. London is such like a space where you can mix your community from back home, wherever that may be, with the culture here. So even things just like bringing my friends over for food and stuff and having them try like parts of my community and me going to them and trying their things, I think it just kind of shaped me to be a more well-rounded person, a person that kind of being able to connect through people with their culture, knowing niche things about people's culture that they wouldn't expect you to know, further deepen these ties because it shows a respect to their culture that they wouldn't expect typically.
Do you think traditions can be harmful or limiting? And if so, how do you handle that?
I love so much aspects of my culture and community, but there are parts of every culture and community that are a bit more closed off. Like my culture, there's certain parts that are a bit limiting, a bit restrictive towards certain people, certain things, certain limitations on freedom that me personally, I'm a strong believer in. Everyone should just be allowed to do what they want to do when they want to do it and kind of just live their lives freely and be able to be a part of a culture without having to follow every single limiting rule of one. I think that would really allow our cultures to kind of thrive and like get more of like a community sense between us. So I would say
in a lot of typical like African, Caribbean, like West Indian families, it is like a very much instilled in you that you have to go on to do uni, go and do these big successful careers. And I feel like a lot of our like ancestors, they weren't really given as much opportunities as we have now. For people that aren't so much like STEM and they're more creative, it's a lot harder to explain that to your parent or like explore that opportunities because of like tradition being, no, you got to stay here, you got to do uni, you got to go this and this and this. When I tried to tell my mom I didn't want to go uni, I want to do a degree apprenticeship, her brain couldn't even like completely understand what I was trying to talk about. But that's a whole different pathway into doing what I want to do. I would say that's a tradition that kind of can limit a lot of children, like because they're not able to express their creativity. You don't get to see all these like amazing things or like creations come from people. Yeah, I think that's what I would say. So yeah, that's